expecting all is peace, and I'm still hanging round in a house that's filled with lights, walking through a midnight wonderland. The wise men keeping watch, now it's midnight, and though it's cold outside, we're staying warm, and the star will always shine.
It's Sunday afternoon, and I'm going to do some baking. I'm going to be making 3 things with ginger. I'm in the mood for it. Everybody's talking about gingerbread, and it's got me in mind for it. So I'm going to be making some gingerbread cake that is in an 8x8 pan, and I grew up using this in my mother's kitchen, and then when I got married, she bought me one of these. So it's a treasure. I'm also going to be making big soft ginger cookies, and then this is like one of my collection of recipes. My mother started me out by writing these out for me, family recipes, and I've collected over the years, and it's grown from 1 notebook to 2, and I really need to clean them up. But I'm going to be using this old heritage family recipe ginger snaps, and my mother used these one year to decorate the whole house with gingerbread cookies, and she figured out what to do so that there will be a hole for you to string them. So I'm hopefully going to show you that trick, so that if you ever want to string gingerbread cookies as garlands, you'll know how to do it. Or anyway, isn't it cute? All the gingerbread boys. Are there any girls on it? I don't know that there are. Doesn't matter. And let's get baking. Okay, this is the recipe I'm going to be using. Gingerbread. And let me tell you, the molasses is everything. You're going to want to either use just a medium or a mild molasses. If you want to wreck gingerbread cookies, which I have done before, or gingerbread cake, in my opinion, you will use blackstrap molasses because it will wreck it. Now, there are people out there that love it, obviously, because people buy it, but it is too bitter for us. And so I always just use just regular or light molasses, and because we like the molasses flavor, but we don't want to be slapped in the head with it. So I'm going to get going on this gingerbread cake, and it calls for shortening. Now, if a recipe calls for shortening, you must not substitute butter or margarine, because the shortening has a certain property that you need for it to turn out right. And a lot of these old recipes call for shortening, just so you know. So if you have a problem with shortening, then I guess you're going to have a problem with these recipes. I shouldn't have done that. That's not how a YouTube baker does it. Let's try this again. Oh, this is going to be good. I'm so excited. Scary was so excited. We almost have it together. But I have to boil some water for this one. I have to show you this ultra cool measuring cups I got from Walmart. They're Pioneer Woman, and they have all the sizes. Look, so we have the usual half-fourth a cup, third a cup, half a cup, but then we have 3/4 of a cup, and a half a cup, and my favorite, 1.5 cups. Come on. And 2 cups.
You might think the weather's kinda cold, but you know you've got a hand to hold. Come along out and play, what a wonderful day. Your white cheeks are so hard to resist, those red lips are longing for a kiss. Come along now.
I'm gonna go like this. Why? I don't know. Just because you see him doing it on TV, I think it must be good. Okay, that's ready to go in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes.
What a wonderful day.
I have to clean in between. Oh, that rhymed. That was good. That was good. Okay, this is the recipe I'm using. big soft ginger cookies. And they come from this Better Homes and Garden new baking book. I got this in the 80s, I believe, maybe in the 90s, but I think the 80s. Let's look. 1998. This is a new one for me. If you ever happen upon this in a thrift store, I highly recommend. This one calls for butter. And I need 2 1/4 cups of flour. That, my friends, is a big cup. So I got these great measuring spoons. The Amazon, they're magnetic. They stick together. But the most important thing is it has the regular round end, but it has this end, so they fit in these cool little spice jars.
Christmas is almost here. Let's toast to a very good year. It's just you and me, chilling right under the tree. Stay outdoors, a different kind of date. I'm all yours and I can hardly wait. Come along, start the show, having fun in the snow. Your white smile is brightening up my day. Your blonde hair out of a fairy tale. Come along, start the show, having fun in the snow.
We have one more thing to make today, and that is the dough. Just the dough. I'm not going to bake it today, for the gingerbread men, or you can use this to make houses. I'm going to show you why this recipe is really old. It's been passed down for generations. Do you see how it has lard in it? Calls for lard. And it also says flour, enough to roll out, cut in shapes. All the old-timey family recipes call for lard, and then in the 40s they transitioned to shortening. And lard has a different property than shortening. If you don't have lard and you want to make this, use shortening and it will work out okay. But I'm going to be authentic today, and I'm going to use lard. I came from a long line of farmers' wives, and these farmers grew wheat, and wheat all has different moisture level. You can have the same wheat seed in it, each crop will be a slightly different. And then, of course, the flour has a different amount of moisture in it. And then depending on what's happening in your air at any given time, there's going to be a different humidity level. So when it comes to these cookies that you're going to cut out, you need to determine by how it feels. If I just say 3 cups of flour, then it might not turn out right. I could say 3 pounds of flour for those of you who weigh things, and it might not turn out. So we're going to go by feel, and you're going to see, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator overnight. There are no directions in this recipe for a reason. It's because it is understood in the family that there is a certain order that you do things when you're making cookies or similar recipes. You always cream the fat, like the butter and sugar, in this case, the lard and the sugar together. Then you're going to add your vanilla and your egg, if you have any. And then you add, this is contrary to popular wisdom, but if you have any salt or soda or baking powder, you add it at that point. And then you mix it really well then. And then if you have liquid, you add it then. Now in this case I've got molasses, which is thicker than hot water, so I'll add it first, and then I'll add the hot water, and I'll get that all mixed up really well. Then I'll start adding the flour. You got that? Okay, good. Let's get making these cookies.
Know what he's thinking when he'd rather spend his Christmas holiday with someone else. I guess he stopped thinking about me. Yeah. I don't know what he's thinking when he says that he's been driving all night, all day to celebrate Christmas with me. but he's not here, and I'm not there. I don't know what he wants now, but I don't care. Yeah. Oh, ain't ringing my bells no more. He missed out on love, and that's for sure. He ain't ringing my bells no more.
You see how it didn't stick to the beater? Now, if I put that on the counter with some flour, it's going to be a soft dough. And it's going to pick up flour. I might have to work some flour into it when I roll it out. But after being in the refrigerator, that lard is going to stiffen up. And we shall find out tomorrow.
That's for sure. I don't know what he wants now, and I don't know why he said all the things he said to me. It means nothing to me now. 'Cause there will be someone who would not complain to drive all night, all day, to celebrate Christmas with me. 'Cause you're not here, and I'm not there. I don't know what you want now, but I don't care. Oh, you ain't ringing my bells no more. Oh, you missed out on love, and that's for sure. You ain't ringing my bells no more. You missed out on love, and that's for sure. You ain't ringing my bell.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, would you give it a thumbs up? And I'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. What are you planning on baking this Christmas? And of course, if you subscribe, it would mean so much to me. I have another video you ought to watch. It is all about preparing your kitchen for Christmas baking and cooking to be as stress-free as possible when the big events happen. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.